What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. Gonna do another draft today. Not sure if I'll do Premier or Traditional. I think I'll go Premier because I've done a lot of traditional drafts lately. So we will take a look. Got all of our daily quest stuff lined up. Events, anything cool? Oh, what's this? Qualifier play-in, best of one. Sign up ends in 18 hours. Well, we gotta do that. They've got Premier Draft, Crimson Vow, Martian Machine, Festival Treasured Historic Singleton. We gotta do Qualifier, right? I mean, it's the third of the month, so alright, we need 6 wins. Keep playing until you reach 2 match losses. Okay. This format play-in event is historic with single game matches using individual timers. So historic. What decks do we have that's historic? Shoot, I don't even know how you try to find that out. This is historic, okay. Also historic. Ooh, so maybe I get to show you some of the decks that I had from back when. I thought I was going to be doing a draft, but you know what? We'll switch this up. There we go. Okay, so now, shoot. I mean, let's just go backwards in order. This is kind of cool. Mila is great. Whenever an opponent attacks one or more planeswalkers you control, put a loyalty counter on it. Whenever a permanent you control becomes a target of spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. So that's kind of cool. It really didn't do too much. Akiri, Fearless Voyager, is great for equipment, but we're running into a problem where equipment's not really helping us because we've got other things that are in the way. But I think one of the previous decks will help the most. Fireblade Charger is great because as long as it is equipped, it has haste, and it'll deal damage when it dies equal to its power. So if you can fling it, if you can do anything like that, it'll do it twice. And if you give it lifelink, you'll gain that much more. So maybe we need to make a mix out of all of these. Doomscar, I think, is much better than Depop. So, and then Halvar, just amazing. Creatures that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. So let's see if we can actually make something. Discard changes. Alright, so Gladiator, this was a good one. Alcid Life's Bounty, you can sack it. Target creature or enchantment you control gains protection from the color. So that's cool. Shadow Spirit, Trample Lifelink, awesome. When Ingenious Smith enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards in your library, reveal an artifact from among them, put them in your hand. So that allows you to pull your equipment out. And Hollow Blade. This is like Guardian of New Benalia. This is one of the decks I got into Mythic with. So this one's pretty cool. Discard a card, tap it, it gains indestructible. Same kind of mechanic there, but this is a 3/1. Fighter class, I played that a little bit. It was alright. Nothing too great. You could force a fight, but it's not insanely good. Loris of the Dream Den, get those 2-drops back from the graveyard. It's got lifelink. Halvar, of course, we know what that does. Outlaw's Merriment was okay. Emberclave, amazing card. And Amira's Call, 4/4 white Angel Warrior token, is awesome. What is this? Enters battlefield. That's not that great. Needle Verge Pathway is amazing. And Treasure Vault is great with Professional Facebreaker. So, shoot, I mean, I guess we make a deck for this and just try to use the stuff we have now and the stuff we had then. Innistrad's Gladiator. I think this is the one. I did Dancing Sword a little bit. It's not too great. Adeline came out then, which is cool. Alright, so Kazul's Fury is a land, but also can fling, which is cool. We do have Blast Zone, but I would rather have the Treasure Land, Treasure Vault. Tap, tap, sack it, create X treasure tokens, use Sarah Paragon to bring that back, and Doomscar instead of the other ones. Starnheim Unleash is cool. Create a 4/4 Angel Warrior. Now that those are also warriors, right? So that'll help me get the double damage in there. Venerable Warsinger was alright. 3/3 Vigilance Trample for 3. Deals combat damage to a player. Return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So there's some help there. Forging the Tyrite Sword for 3. Create a treasure token. Does it again. Search your library for Halvar, God of Battle, or an equipment. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. I was using that to fetch Halvar, and then Halvar to fetch... what is it? Oh, he doesn't fetch, but at the beginning of each combat, you may attach target or equipment to Halvar, so it keeps... Or to target creature, so you can keep bouncing it around the battlefield. Alright, so I think this is what we do. We try to use Fireblade with the stuff that we have now. So I'm going to copy this deck. The one I have right here. Clone. And we'll just put Historic. And immediately we'll just take out the stuff that we know that's not good, right? So Elspeth's great. All be one, probably not going to benefit us as much as like an Emberclave. So Depop, now we got better board wipes. Let's go ahead and just fix that. Historic. Will it let me pick? Oh, I got it right here. Really? All of those? Wow, I mean, I have no idea what we'll even play against. Okay, so I guess standard is also historic? Is it not? And let's just go rare, mythic, rare to kind of funnel that down a little bit. Said we got 18 hours, so we don't need to go too crazy here, but we got to get 6 wins in that time, so. Elite Spellbinder was fun. This is kind of like when you saw me playing Invasion of Gobakon, how it makes things take longer. That was kind of fun to play, and there's lots of ways you can do that. But I really think our strategy that we've been doing lately is a bit stronger than those kinds of mechanics. So we'll take out the stuff that's weak in the deck. We'll try to find a way to make it stronger, like those board wipes swap out, because Depop's a terrible board wipe, but it's the only one we can use. Well, that's a 4-drop, I should say. Alright, so where is the board wipe? Because we gotta get board wipe. Oh, it's higher. Oh, wait, you mean to tell me Book of Exalted Deeds is legal in this? Oh, man, we're gonna go against some trolly stuff, I'm sure of it. What is this? Resplendent Angel, flying 3/3 for 3 at the beginning of each end step. If you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying vigilance. That's kind of cool for a 3/3. Alright, there was a 2-drop that I used like a ton. And I don't know why it's not showing me here. But I think it's called All That Glitters. Let's get rid of historic and standard. Maybe it's an uncommon. You know what, we'll go back to historic and standard. There it is. This card is amazing for an uncommon. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control. So you just stack those puppies up and you're just rolling. So let me just throw those in there for now. Life's Bounty, and we'll just thin out what we have from there. So this is gonna be tough. We're trying to make like this mix of all the decks that I've made so far. Guardian and Nubenalia, mix that in with Hallowblade. Wait. He's not a common, is he? No way did they make Hallowblade a common. Let's just do this. There we go. I have a feeling no matter how we pair up, each match is going to be so different from the next one. It's going to be hard to prepare, and they're best of one, so you just have to win quickly. Where is Hallowblade? Should be in alphabetical order. That's nuts. We saw it on the other ones. We'll edit it, we'll come back. Alright, so we need our board wipes. We need Halvar, Emberclave. Here, we'll just type in destroy all. So Doomscar, way better than the other. Devastating Mastery is kind of cool. You may pay the 4 mana cost rather than pay this the real CMC of it. If so, an opponent chooses up to 2 non-land permanents they control, return them to their hand, and destroy all non-land permanents, which is still good for a bounce. Alright, so when it comes to destroy all in those sets, that's basically what we're working with. Doomscar I think is better because it's a turn 3 play at turn 4. Yeah, we'll do that. Halvar. I think I only have 1. This is kind of a waste on a turn 3. Emberclave. I spelled that wrong. And I guess we'll switch and see what equipment we have. Does it let me? Artifact. This might be useful, but we only have so many slots. We gotta be careful. Maul of the Skyclaves is pretty sweet. Flying first strike. Play it for 3, it attaches, but a lot of times when you play this, somebody responds and removes. And I can only imagine there's going to be just the most removal in the set. Not a lot of other good equipment here. And then I imagine we'll see some Nahiri. Well, we're actually searching for artifacts, so we won't see Nahiri, but I could type in equipment. This actually isn't that great. You might as well just use Lion Sash instead of Luxior. Now the pick is kind of cool because whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. But we already have that kind of mechanic out of Professional Facebreaker, so there's no reason to use Gold Vein Pick. I think that's all we do with that. Ooh, wait a minute. We could use our swords. That might be worth using. But it's pretty specific. So as far as like Emberclave, it's got flash, one less for each attacking creature I control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has double strike and trample. So that helps us with what we're already doing with the whole hit them twice, get more tokens, that kind of stuff. So maybe we grab the swords, but for now, I don't think we have room for it. We got to keep the style of the deck the same. Alright, let's check out equipment. Basically, same stuff. I think we'll start to see planeswalkers up here. No. Alright, what about Nahiri? I think I spelled that wrong. Oh, under artifacts. Gotcha. This guy might be cool, but it's legendary, so... I mean, yeah, draw a card, that's cool, but... I don't know if we can use SRAM in that. It's probably a better draft card than anything else. Now, Valdok might find his way here. 3/2 for 3. For each aura and equipment attached to it, create a 3/1 elemental creature token with trample and haste, swinging through. So that will then make Emberclave cheaper. And then you can flash that in and do just a whole bunch of damage. Rebel Salvo. Affinity for equipment, 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. That permanent loses indestructible until end of turn for 3. But affinity means it's going to cost 1 less colorless for each equipment I control. So that might make it a little bit easier. But as it stands, I don't have a whole bunch of equipment. So that'll be a maybe. Akiri, Fearless Voyager. Whenever you attack a player with 1 or more equipped creatures, draw a card. It's specifically equipment. And I don't have a lot of equipment. I just have the Emberclaves right now. I'll probably put in the lifelink. It's a spear. This one, Shadow Spear. Nahiri of the Ancients. Create a 1/1 core warrior token. You can attach an equipment to it, so that's good. It's a 4-drop planeswalker instead of our 5-drop, so that can help. 2, look at the top 6. You may reveal a warrior card, an equipment card from them, and put them in your hand. Put the rest. And that, since we're doing the whole warrior thing, that might be useful to put her in there. Blade Bearers. Enters the battlefield. Look at the top 7 cards. Reveal an equipment, vehicle. Equipment you control have equip 1. That's kind of neat, but it's a lot for a card slot. Okay, let's see. Alright. And so now, let's just hit done. We'll save that. Let's look at Gladiator and see what set exactly he is in. M21. Does that mean he's not in the set that we can use? M21 core set. It's under historic. Oh, that's why. I was looking under Hollow Blade, not seasoned Hollow Blade. So that'll be under S for 2 CMC. There he is. Okay, so we got 78 cards. We've got to thin that out. As far as the blast zones, let's look at our lands. Alright, so this is where it gets tricky. Okay, so Ymera's Call, great 4-drop. It's either a land or a sorcery spell. The downside to these kinds of cards is that somebody can remove it from your hand with a duress or something like that. And that's not where you want to be. You do not want to have your lands removed from your hand because of something that early game. So you either play these late game or very early game before people can remove them. But they are really cool. And then Sajiri's Shelter, also good. Target creature you control gets protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. It's also a land, but you can't have everything be a tapped land. See how it enters in tapped? Enters in tapped. Well, you could pay 3 life if you don't. Enters in tapped. It's still a problem. Sundown Pass, we can just get rid of and put in the dualies. Like the real dualies. Volacott Awakening is good, but not as good as Guzzle's Fury for fling damage. But that's really better if I'm using that 1-drop goblin thing that I put in when I couldn't play not Lauren's Escape, Alceid's Bounty. So we've got Alceid's Bounty, Lauren's Escape, All That Glitters. Those are all great. Guardian of New Benalia is good. It's 2/2 enlist. Gets indestructible. Like, it's the same thing as Seasoned Hollowblade. But there's a difference. Seasoned Hollowblade is a 3/1. A little bit stronger. 2/2. It does a whole bunch more of the scry. But, I mean, why not have both? Right? Then I'm likely to draw into that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Shield's gone. Paragon, probably keep that. That'll basically be better than Luris the Dream Den like I was using in the back in the day. And I got to where there's like treasure token 1. Nope. I know it's here. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to find that one, because we definitely want that in there. What is it called? Treasure Vault. Let's just do Vault, because treasure tokens will show a lot. Oh, it's the alternate artwork right here. Treasure Vault. Can I use the different artwork? Do I have to use it? Let's get rid of the blast zones because they're good, but it's not as good as this. Now, Ryu's not a warrior, which means I can't pull it with Nahiri. And I gotta find something to get rid of here. Probably the non-creatures. We've got a lot of those. I don't want to say I'll get rid of all the glitters, but as it stands, having a whole bunch of those in my hand is not going to be good. And +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control is great, but I don't even think we have that many artifacts and enchantments. Artifact 9, enchantment 8, kinda. But I don't think it's that great. Not for what we're looking for. Amazing card though, because if you put, let's say I've got Seasoned Hollowblade out, and I'm just trying to keep this guy alive. Turn 3, all the glitters. Turn 4, 2 more. Let's say just extreme scenario there. The first one, with nothing else on the battlefield, is +1/+1. The second one is +2/+2, and then the first one becomes +2/+2. So now it's 4. If at any point I played Treasure Vault, which is an artifact land, that goes up even more, and then it kind of gets nuts. Shadow Spear is a legendary equipment. I'll knock that down to 1. Emberclave is so good, but maybe I knock that down to 1 just so I don't see doubles of that. Ryu is great, but I don't know. Extra combat phase doesn't seem too crazy when I've got Emberclave. I mean, I could give him double strike, which would be nuts. So then he'd be a 5/5 double strike. And that's 20 damage right there. Because he'll swing twice. It'll also be trample. So, something to think about. We've got to get rid of 14 cards. Glitters is gone. We got to get rid of 10 cards. Alcid Life's Bounty is probably the best turn 1 drop we could find for what we're doing. It's 1/1 lifelink. +1/+1 counters make it stronger. I could sack it to give something protection and get through. I can also protect that with Lauren's Escape. There's lots of stuff I can do. The Intrepid Adversary is great for a huge board state, but I think I'll have enough lifelink that I can get rid of those. Yeah, because I can only imagine with this much of a card pool, you're going to have so much removal. I have to go with something where I can kind of guarantee a board state. And that's going to be with Guardian of Nubenalia, Seasoned Hollowblade, and Alcid Life's Bounty. Facebreaker, I don't want to get rid of him, because this is kind of like where the idea goes. And I like being able to get rid of those treasure tokens and dig. We've got a land that can do it now too. Our late game move is going to be Imera's Call. 2 4/4 angel tokens. And non-angel creature tokens gain indestructible. That's pretty strong. Elspeth will help us the whole way. Our curve is looking pretty nice. Let me switch that up so you can see. So we've got 9 1-drops, 11 2-drops, 9 3-drops, 8 4, 6 5, and 4 6 drops. But those bigger drops are lands, so it's a little bit less than a 3 curve right now. But if I had to guess what I would change, if you're looking at the bar graph over there and you're kind of confused, just look at the creatures and the non-creatures. It's not that those bar charts are stacked on each other. It's not like they're in front and behind each other. So as far as the 11 2-drops, I could take some out of that, but I'm looking more at, you'll see the blue curve is nice. The yellow-orange curve is a little up and down. So those 4 drops, this is the problem. We got 8 4-drops right here. Halvar stays, Paragon stays, Ryu's out. Nahiri, she's good, but is it worth it to pull a warrior or an equipment card? And then her ultimate is deals damage equal to twice the number of warriors and equipment you control. How many warriors do I have? Let's take a look. Does it tell me warriors? 8. Ooh. Where are the other warriors? Hollowblade is a warrior. So that's important to note. Maybe we get rid of Benalia, keep the warrior theme. 21 creatures, 22 non-creatures. And how many lands do we have? 19 lands, that's a problem. There should be way more lands than that. Oh, it's not counting Ymira's Call as a land, even though you can play it as a land. Alright, so we have 22 lands. That's okay. You'll see here 4, 8, 12, plus 10. 22. Urza Silex is great, plus it allows me to get a Planeswalker, and that option widens up for us now that we have Nahiri in there as well. So what 2 cards can I get rid of? As far as 1-drops, I have 9 1-drops. Maybe I get rid of 2 Alcid Life's Bounty because I've got Lauren's Escape. Hexproof Indestructible is good, but protection's even better. Because with protection, I can just be like, oh, it's a mono red? Pro red. And then just run through and attack the opponent. The only downside is I need to pay attention to protection colors so that if I make it pro red, this equipment would fall off of it. So you need to pay attention in that kind of sense. But okay. I could, this is kind of weird, but I could get rid of 2 Paragon. It would make it harder to see, but our early game would be just amazing, and our late game would kind of help with that. Let's see, Halvar gives creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped. So what enchantments do I have? Equipment I have 2. Enchantment I have 4, and I think those are just Alcid. Yeah, the enchantment creature. That's tough. Alright, we'll look at it one more time for equipment. I don't see much that I could use. I mean, maybe Lion Sash. Artifact creature. It's kind of neat. Could use that. Maybe we throw in Maul of the Skyclaves just as like a... It's decent enough as a one-of. Shoot, maybe we put a Beamtown Beatstick in there just to get a lot of damage. Or not a lot of damage, a lot of treasure tokens. I don't know. Maybe we're getting out of the scope here. Halvar is also an equipment. And whenever a creature dies, return it to its owner's hand, which is beneficial. +2, +0 vigilance, also good. So even if I can't get the benefit of the equipment, I could turn it into an equipment. Illuminator, definitely 4 of. Maybe we get rid of 2 Paragon. It's great to play it, but if there's nothing in the graveyard, it doesn't get a lot of value. This is tough because I kind of want to pull Nahiri out because it's useful, but it's not useful. Is getting a 4-drop Planeswalker better than getting Sarah Paragon? I don't think it is. Even though Nahiri is a great Planeswalker, especially this one. Look at top 6, reveal a warrior or an equipment. It says reveal a warrior card and or an equipment card. Put them in your hand. So you could pull 2. That is tough. We could also just play test it and kind of go from there. Illuminator is great. I think because we have Lauren's Escape and Alcid's Bounty, let's drop it down to 2. We got 60. We'll play test it before entering the event, and we'll go from there. We got to change that cover so we don't get confused here. Facebreaker, baby. Alright. This ends in 18 hours, 5 minutes? Yeah. Find a match. Historic play.
While other formats focus, this one is
Oh,
called
there's historic
standard.
ranked as well.
This is your rank. After each victory, it'll improve.
I am aware. Historic rank, let's just do this. We'll see if it compares at all to anything that other people are doing. I hope it will. Doomscar, much better than Depop. There's a lot of good gems and combinations in the decks that I've had, so. Keep. Solid keep. I think I played this tapped. Oh, we forgot to swap out the sundown passes for the dualies that flip, so I'll have to do that. Well, you play test. I'll save Life's Bounty. I don't know what this is. Leyline of Sanctity. Oh, my opponent has hexproof. Okay, cool. Creatures your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under opponent's control, they gain a life. Okay. Alright, we got Illuminator. We're going to be ready to start dealing damage soon. And for now, we'll just get in there for 1. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. For 4 pumpable, create a white soldier token with lifelink. Just another enchantment. That's weird. Maybe they're trying to do like the turn 4, if you have 7 enchantments, do something kind of thing. Hollow Blade out. I think from here, we just try to keep them alive. What was this? Exile target card from a graveyard. Exile each opponent's graveyard. Interesting. Very meta. What is this? Pay 2 to draw a card? Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. I don't want them to gain life. Enters tap. I'm just gonna swing. We certainly have a lot on the field here. Gain 3 life, draw a card, okay. Treasure Vault, we'll do that instant speed at the end of their next turn to try to get as many Treasure Vault tokens as we can. So this will be tap, get 2 if I tap out for that. And let's see. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under my control, they gain a life. So for now, I don't even need to play Paragon. I'm just going to sit tight. It's 24-9. They've got 3 lands. They're kind of boned on land. Oh, and I didn't even do the treasure token thing. That's my fault. Misplay. Alright, let's see. Misplay. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing. Going for the 3-1, alright. Down to 7. Not sure what they were trying to do here. Ooh, ouch. That's a good one. It says exile all attacking creatures target player controls. That player may search the library for that many basic land cards, put them on the battlefield, tap, and then shuffle. So, I mean, it's good to get lands out, but I don't want to exile these things. I would rather be able to play them second main. So, I am going to... I can at least sack this guy. 4-drop, play him again. Yeah. So I'll just do that for the sake of doing it, even though protection is not going to help you here. It's hitting everything, so it's still going to hit them accordingly. I will get 2 lands. Let's go mountain. And plains. Nope. We'll tap this. Just like with Blast Zone, every time you have a utility land, it tries to mess you up. Okay. So hopefully we can get through on this next one as long as there's not that same card. Nor like exile all. Five drop. They tapped out for this. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add another type. So they're trying to ramp up to something crazy. At this point, Emberclave 4/8/9, I have lethal. So playing a creature does not help me here. So I will just do this. Control just to make sure it doesn't skip me. All attack. 2 attackers. Emberclave. There we go. Oh wait, so my standard rank and historic and all that is the same kind of rank? That's interesting. So you mean to tell me people can rank all the way up into mythic under historic and then switch it up to standard. That's interesting. Alright. And actually, let's make it Elspeth. Elspeth. That card looks more flashy. Sundown Pass. Let's go Dually Lands. Should be Needle Verge Pathway. Oh. There it is. And you can just play it either one, which is awesome. Don't have to worry about it being the third land or whatever. So now we only have 3 tap lands. That being said, we could use Fizzle's Fury, but we're not really ramping up anything like that. I think we keep it the way it is. We'll do another one just to do historic rank, best of 1, just to kind of see where we're at. I mean, we're playing Platinum, so hopefully we got some good historic people to play against. Keep. This is an awesome keep. Normally what I would do is Hollow Blade to make sure it stays alive. You're in Sky Nomad. Alright, since that's the companion, this deck is just going to try to blink a bunch of stuff over and over onto the battlefield, get me to mill my deck, or like move their removal enchantments around. So I'm going to try to hit quickly. There's that mill action. Ooh. No plains. So, or no mountains. So I'm going to use Hollow Blade. Dang. Really wanted that. Yeah, Teferi's Tutelage. This one, it's also just going to mill me every turn. Enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card, but every time they draw one, I mill 2. Which is disgusting. Come on, mountain. Mountain, mountain, mountain. Ah! So equip for 2. Does it give me trample? It does give me trample. How about that? Get that damage in there. If I draw a land, I'll just keep beefing that guy up. Oh man, the face breakers are gone. No dually lands so far. 2 of our 4 mountains. Tap target creature, its controller mills 2 cards. The creature doesn't untap during the next untap step. That hurts. Then we mill 2 more. No! No! Go on! What is this? Okay. I have a feeling he'll just keep getting tapped down. We're down to 28 cards. Let's get Illuminator out there just in case. If we get a mountain, that's gonna just wreak havoc on them. Mill 2. Down to 26. If they have a Jace, we are gonna be in trouble. No! Okay, so I have 4 more mountain producing. Now for each card they draw, I mill 4. I've got 3 more mountain producing mana I need to draw. 3 out of 19. The odds are getting better, but it's so random. Not what we needed. Not what we needed. I guess I'll put this in now. Just try to get that trample in. I'm pretty sure I lose here. What is this? Whenever land... So if they play a land or draw an additional card, that's it. Those two, I'm down to 1. Wait, 14. Oh, I was looking at my hand. Whoops. I don't think I have any more mountain producing, so I'd need to draw Sarah Paragon and play it from my graveyard, which I can't do. Amira's Call helped us out here. This says each opponent exiles cards to the top of their library until they exile a total of CMC 20. So if you play a mono red deck, they just lose their deck. But Amira's Call, a 7 drop there helped us. Wait, what else did we lose? We lost our last mountain producing. That sucks. Draw a card, mill 4, that's it. Ah, man. Mill decks. Yeah, we didn't have a way to get around that. No mountain. I mean, honestly, if I didn't keep a hand that was just plains, and maybe I keep that in mind for historic matches, is that I just can't keep it unless I have 1 plains, 1 mountain, because of the mill decks. Let's take a look at the deck. See, I've only got 8. So maybe I do put the other ones in, the other dualies. That you have to wait till turn 3, whatever. There's Battlefield, reveal mountains or plains from your hand, otherwise enters tap. No, not that one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Sundown Pass. Unless you control 2 or more lands. So what I could do is, I don't know, take out 2 and 2. I could do 4. Let's do this. So now, as far as plains producing mana, I've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. As far as mountain, I've got 8, 9, 10. That's a bit better. Alright, maybe we do one more playtest. And then we begin the event. Check it out, see what we can do. Not bad for a quick throw together. It is basically all the stuff that I have been playing, so very familiar with these combos. That looks like trash. But we do have a foretell. So maybe... and foretell, I believe, is 2 colorless, and then I can even foretell... Oh, so it's during my turn. Yeah, it's right there. Pay 2, exile this card from your hand face down, cast it later for its foretell cost. They don't know what it is until I cast it. So if you have a bunch of foretell stuff, you can kind of get around that. Since we're just doing best of 1, it might work. John Doe. Citizen Champion. Whenever an enchantment enters in the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. That's kind of cool. Really hoping to see Illuminator come around the corner here. Swing for 2. No, they chose not to swing. Interesting. I could do Treasure Vault, but that's not going to help me until another turn later. Thinking I'll do Elspeth turn 5. Facebreaker or Alced Life's Bounty flying just to get away from it. Boss Casket enters the battlefield. Exile target creature and opponent controls with 3 or less CMC. They're probably going to try to get rid of Facebreaker here. Pro white, not a problem. That's gone. Loyal abilities of planeswalkers your opponent's control cost 1 more to cast. That stinks. Or to activate, I should say. This is a 2/3. It's got pro white, but it would die there, so no blocks. Now I could play Nahiri and hit the Eidolon, but I also have destroy all creatures, so I could try to let them build up their board state and take care of it that way. I kind of want to see what they're gonna do. There's so many cards to choose from, I don't even know like what to think. At least in standard I can narrow it down, be like, it's turn 4, they've got this open mana, they're probably about to play this, but there's no way for me to know with all these decks like this. Oof, Banishing Light. It's like an O-ring. 3-drop, get rid of it kind of thing. Nothing I could do. That is where Hopeful Initiate would be good, but it's not better than Alced Life's Bounty. And as far as, what do you call it? Blast Zone, I'd have to tick up to that, and that's no good. All the glitters, very cool. Big hit there. Alright. I guess I could play Nahiri next. Oh, never mind. 3/4 flying. Whenever an enchantment enters, make a 2/2 Pegasus. Omen of the Sun enters 2/1/1 white human. Soldier tokens gain 2 life. So he's gonna have a 2/2 and 2/1/1s. I could try to out life gain it though. Alright. So I could do Elspeth, give it +1/+1. lifelink that might help. Or 4. Make it a 5/3. Trample lifelink. They'd probably just take the damage in all honesty. They've got plenty of exile. I'm taking 5 next turn, so I mean... This only fetches into my hand. That's so tough. Let's play Elspeth, draw some attention away.
There have to be answers about my past here. This is your fight. Win it.
And they'll just keep swinging over the top unless I do something about it. So at least if I do 4, I'm looking at down 3 each turn until I get more, and that's only 1 turn. So I'm going to swing. There's probably going to be no blocks here, and they're going to go after Elspeth next turn. Oh, never mind. I'm okay with that. Okay, so I thought. I am going to discard, I guess, Nahiri? Nah, I'll get rid of the other Elspeth. Alright, let's see. What's the move? You got 5. You can't take out Elspeth now unless you get some other buff. Proliferate, draw a card. No counters on anything that they have. Ouch. The Elspeth removal card. Exile target permanent and opponent controls with mana value 3 or greater, so that's going to be Elspeth. Then non-creature spells will cost 2 more, and then they can return a creature or planeswalker. They'll probably return back Eidolon.
Once I've rested, I'll be back.
Come on, land, baby, land. Alright, let's do Nahiri. Nahiri deals damage equal to the target creature or planeswalker to twice the number of warriors and equipment. I've only got 1, so that would only be 2 damage. It's nothing fantastic. I could get rid of that 2/2 flyer though. It's not a big play. I don't have any cards in my hand to protect Season Hallowblade. -2, look at the top 6. I think I'll do that.
Must find the relics.
Oh, we whiffed. Oh no. Alright. Time to go for damage. That'll pull us out of at least lethal. Very much a life gainy deck here.
If I'm gone, you'll lose.
Ooh, top decking. Not a good time. At least with the treasure vaults and playing Facebreaker, if I'm in a pinch like this, I can just make a whole bunch of tokens, hope to draw them, and regain the hand or replay the deck as much as I can. Down to 11. We still got Doom Scars in there. We can still board wipe. There's still plenty of stuff we can do. Yikes. Kind of don't want to play it. Just so I have something in my hand, my opponent's not just throwing everything down. Maybe they have some reservation as to what they're going to play. Oh, Thassa. For 4, it can tap another target creature. There's a lot of stuff that I just can't get around right now. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be game. And what do we draw? Board wide. I like it. Land for turn and see what happens. Nice. Ramirez call 2/4/4s, that'll do it. Not enough. Good game. Opponent should just swing over, got no cards in hand, that'll be it for that one. I think we take out Nahiri, just because that was kind of a slow kind of thing. Maybe we see if there's any kind of draw ability for Boros that's in Historic that maybe I'm not aware that I have or something like that. Okay. Let's see. Draw. Potion of Healing, I remember when people were playing that. I can keep playing it with Sarah Paragon, which is kind of neat. And his battlefield, draw a card. It's an artifact, so all the glitters get stronger. But we're not even using that. Let's see. None of these are like solid draw. Mila's kind of cool. Whenever permanent you control becomes target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. We are kind of baiting that with a lot of these, and then if you have 6 mana, you can play Luca. Discard a card. If you do draw a card, that's not a good. You want to draw and then discard. If a creature was discarded this way, draw 2 cards. So that's cool. And then I could play the creature from the graveyard in a lot of different ways. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Gains haste, exile it. There's some value there, but I don't have giant creatures for that to be extremely valuable. And the emblem you almost never get, but whenever a creature enters the battlefield, deal damage equal to its power to any target, which is awesome. But Mila might help because any exile card, like what we just played against, like, oh, target that, let me exile it, I draw a card, and then I can also, like, Lauren's Escape and other stuff like that. Plus, if I draw Lauren's Escape from that, it also gives me another chance, so maybe. So let's get Nahiri out of there. We try to play Sigarda's Splendor, but that's tough. There really isn't that much draw for Boros. It just hurts. Akiri, but it's got to be an equipped creature, which is tough. I don't think that that's worth playing. Anything else? No. Not that I can see. Ugin. Oh my goodness, they have Ugin in there. Look how ridiculous this card is. If you're not familiar, everybody hated seeing this in the set. People would just find ways to cheat this card out. It's an 8-drop. +2, so it has 7 counters when it enters. It does 3 damage to any target, or -X. Exile each permanent with mana value X or less that is 1 or more colors. So, unless you're playing an artifact deck, you could just remove each permanent mana value. It's like a blast zone kind of thing, but you don't have to like add the counters to get it to it. I mean, you do in a sense that you add counters onto a planeswalker, but it's just a ridiculous card in general. -10, you gain 7 life, you draw 7 cards, and you put 7 permanents onto the battlefield. It's just insane. So everybody tried to play this as much as they could. Even I did, a little bit. That is not something that I would play, just because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that people are going to be doing, and if we're going to do well in this event, we need to do well, like, quickly. So let's see, what else? Oh, you know what we could do? Spice it up with a couple newer things, like Urabrask and Elish Norn. Now, those are good, but, I mean, they'll just get removed. It's not like whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, they lose 2 life unless they pay 1. People are gonna, like you saw in the last couple of games, they're gonna win either by like milling you in a bunch of weird strategies where they never even really hit you, they just kind of sit there. So that's actually not gonna help. We could throw 2 Gobakon in, get some indestructible hexproof. It looks like people aren't winning very early game in Historic. It takes a little bit longer, so you could do that. But then we're not dealing the damage to our opponent, and that's a whole thing. Let's see what else we could do. Let's take a look at the creatures for those sets and see if, you know, maybe there's something that pops out that we can add to the set or add to the deck. I don't see much right away, but there's probably something we'll find that we could use. People played this card a lot. 1/1 Vigilance Lifelink, but we got our 1-drops. So we're basically looking for a 2-drop. This one, interesting. This is the one that we got in that draft, 2/2 for 2, but it's specific planes, which makes it pretty hard to kind of play. But bolstering is really good. Choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control, put a +1/+1 counter on it, which is awesome. This is a human soldier. Each other human gets +1/+0 in ward, but not all these are humans. So, I mean, they basically are, but not all of them are. Our creature count is 19, so we definitely want a creature for these two. Maybe we just put a Kiri in, but I don't know. We could put in Guardian of New Benalia. I know it's more of the same, but we could. Ingenious Smith, this is actually good. I had this in the other deck specifically because it says, when it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4. You may reveal an artifact card from among them, put in your hand. So to pull the equipments from the deck faster. But also, it's a 2-drop, so it was easy to play with Luris. So with Sarah Paragon, not that big of an issue, right? But you can pull the land. You can pull Treasure Vault with that. So it does help you hit your land drops. Whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on this. Only triggers once a turn, but it helps, you know. it makes you pay attention to something that's not that great and use your removal on it. So I'll toss that in for now. But maybe we do Adversary because it's a 3/1. Get that lifelink because that helps a lot when you put Elspeth out and you need a blocker with lifelink. And Emberclave, Double Strike, lifelink, Trample, Haste, all that stuff. Oof. Yeah, maybe we do Adversary. I'll put those in just so I can figure it out later. 2-drop, beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. There's some value in that. Still in the 2-drops. Nothing that's amazing. Thalia is great, but I use a lot of non-creature spells, so that would hurt me. I don't know. And now we're in the 3-drops, so I think we do Adversary. But if there's something amazing, like Brutal Cathar is alright. Could even take out Urza Silex and put in the sundial thing that flips, get you some back and forth exile stuff, but as soon as they remove them, they get all their stuff back, which is why I hate that. Could do Elite Spellbinder, because it's 3/1 flyer, and it's just annoying, because then I just keep delaying their stuff. You may exile a non-land card from it for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may play it, but it costs 2 more to cast. So this enters the battlefield. It's a creature, they have to deal with it, and the things they have to deal with it now cost more. Which is why that card is kind of annoying. Maybe we throw that in there just for fun. I don't know. Let me do that just so I have it. I'll have to find it again later. Those are the cards that immediately pop out. I mean, I could do Metropolis Reformer. I could Hexproof, Flying Vigilance. Whenever it's dealt damage, it gain that much life. But it's the problem with that is the ways I have to protect it, like with Alced Life's Bounty, and yeah, Hexproof Indestructible, that works with it. But if you give it protection, can't be dealt damage, can't be enchanted, can't be blocked, can't be targeted, right? So if I swing with it, they block it, and then I give it pro something, I'm pretty sure they don't hit it. So, which means I wouldn't gain any life from what this card says. It says whenever it's dealt damage, you gain that much life. So it kind of hurts itself in that aspect. Could do Monastery Mentor. I really wanted to make the American Prowess deck, but I don't have enough mythic rares to get that done. I need an R set for that to work. And so I'm going to have to wait on that. Radiant God of Worthy. I remember playing this. Snowlands, your opponents enter the battlefield tapped. Non-creature spells your opponents cast with CMC 4 or greater cost 2 more. It's kind of that trolley, slow your opponent down thing. Resplendent Angel. Seems good. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain 5 or more life, create a 4/4. I mean, they would immediately target that. Anything else that's popping out? I really don't see much. Bolus Lane. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing that I see that's too crazy. Legion Angel. Put those in there. Enters battlefield. Reveal a card you own from Legion Angel outside of the game. And just keep putting them in your hand. It's resilient. You know, as far as if people have removal, as long as I can play it. It is a 4-drop though, so it better be amazing for a 4-drop at this point. Oh, I forgot of this card. I forgot about this card. Flying Double Strike 2/6. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. So then you're just trying to gain life faster than they are. And once you get to 15 more than you're starting, so 35, then if Angel of Destiny attacked this turn, the opponent loses the game, which is cool. But that's really hard to do. It's harder than it sounds. Okay, I think that's it. Maybe we do Steel Seraph, actually. Let's see. That 2-drop Ingenious Smith. That'll help us get a lot of stuff for the deck. As opposed to putting in Adversary, which only helps... You know, let's say we got board wiped and we're running low on cards. Ingenious Smith can at least find an equipment to equip her with. And creatures for red. I don't see anything immediately. Wait a minute. Oh, I remember this card. Flame Scroll Celebrant. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, deals 1 damage to them. You can pump it for 2 and it gets +2. So it's +1 for each mana that you're using, basically. And it's very hard to get this to work on MTGA, but if you're playing this card in real life, what you do is you wait until... So untap, upkeep, draw. On your opponent's upkeep, before they draw, right? You cast this. So they can only answer it with an instant card if they have it. And then they're spending stuff before they draw their card to decide what they're actually going to do for their turn, which messes them up just in that sense, even if they do counter it. But if they don't, it says, your opponent can't cast spells or activate a Planeswalker's abilities this turn. And then you have to exile it. But that's nuts just to be able to do that. It is 2 specific planes. So you kind of got to pick, what are you doing? Are you going creature or are you going instant and sorcery? But it is a very valuable card. You'd see that in like an American control deck. But the game doesn't let you do that. I've talked about that several times, even with like the scry 2 kind of thing. Like, sometimes I want to scry before I draw, you know, and untap. I'd have that ability to, but the game doesn't let me, unless there's something on the board state that's like Sheldred, where it's like, oh, you got to draw. You want to draw right now, or you want to do something with your untapped mana? It's like, okay, cool. That'd be great if you let me do that on my turn. But yeah, Revel in Silence, great card. Magnetic Channeler, used to play that all the time. As long as there are 4 or more instant and sorcerer cards in your graveyard, it gets +3/+1, so it becomes 4/4. Discard a card, exile the top 2, choose one of them, play it this turn. It's kind of neat. I'm getting some serious nostalgia here from looking at all these cards that I used to play before they rotated these sets out, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, shoot, that's about it. Not much we can do. Alright, so then the question... Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. Goldspan Dragon. Oh, man. You could probably make an awesome dragon deck with this. But so Goldspan's awesome. 5-drop, 4/4 flying haste. Whenever it attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. So even if I do Angel Fire token, Lauren's Escape token, target of a spell, there's so many of them. Treasures you control have tap, sacrifice it at 2 mana. So I'll get tokens to play spells with Professional Facebreaker, and you can do all kinds of cool stuff. So maybe we do that. Let's get rid of Ingenious Smith, Adversary, and increase that upper end where we don't have any creatures. Boom. 2 Goldspan. I can dig it. I like it. I think I'll do that. We got to get rid of Spellbinder. Cool. So our curve, we got 21 creatures, 29. That's pretty even split. But it's also counting outside Life's Bounty as a creature and a non-creature, I think. Plenty of creature stuff to do, I think. 1, 2, 6, 10 creatures within 2 mana. That's pretty solid. Then it kind of spaces out a little bit between 3 and 4, but a whole bunch of stuff we can do. And then late game, Planeswalker or Goldspan. And we could do this all day. We literally could do this probably all day, but we should probably get started on that event. $20 grand in coin? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Alright, let's see. It's some serious gem rewards though. So for 4,000, we gotta get 4 wins to get our money back. We're using gems. Let's use coin. Our mana is good. I think we're okay. Either way, as long as we have fun. Choose my deck. I choose this one. Once submitted, your deck and its cosmetics cannot be changed for the duration of this event. Lego. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, let's see what our first opponent is. Oh, we're gonna keep this. For sure. Cycling, ooh, okay. Some cycle action. There's probably a Boros deck. Yeah, Boros cycling was a thing. One damage to each opponent, so hopefully they cycle, deal damage to me, and just keep that going. Nice. So we'll take the 3 hit. We'll do Angel Fire. 2/2 first strike. I'll take the damage. They should be swinging on that. They didn't. I want to say that's a misplay. Yeah. Alright. Well, I guess I don't need to take the damage hit there. I can just do Treasure Vault. I will discard the other Illuminator. Just for variety. So that'll be 8 damage, a 16-point swing. If they don't remove it, pretty sure we win that. Gain 6 life, okay, pretty solid. Let's just run it back. I'll discard Hollow Blade. 14 damage. Ooh, they're gonna try to block, but I guess they didn't see the trample part, because that's kind of a waste for them. We're already at 41 life, baby. Indestructible, huh? Alright, whenever it's dealt damage, deals that much damage to target opponent, so I think we just sit back and let Facebreaker do the damage. and he'll have to target, so we'll use Lauren's escape to get around that. And he does have to tap to do that. Next turn I'll play Paragon and try to fly over. Gain 6 life. Oh, excellent. Let's pay the life for this. As a mirror Skycliff enters battlefield, you may pay 3 life. Yes. Let's do Elspeth. Keep Lauren's escape open.
Every job is enough. Let's do this together.
Let's go. We got one. Got one, baby. Yeah, I'm having fun. Let's go. 3 more, and we get the investment back on what we paid in. But 5, I think it says, is what you need. 6 wins. That is not really a keep, but it's also not really a mull. Because I can get ready to board wipe. I've got 2 specific planes. I could play this 1 turn away from basically playing the whole thing. We're just going to hope for the best here. That board wipe. Such a better board wipe than Depop. Depop's so weak. And every other board wipe is like turn 5. Nice, we got the land we needed. Land of War Elves. Interesting artwork. Very classic cards. This is one of the most iconic cards in Magic. 1 forest, tap out a forest, it's a 1/1.
Let's dive right into battle. Let's get moving.
Oh, they got Leyline of Abundance, that's nice. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Untap target permanent, that's cool. They've already got Karn out. Activated abilities of artifacts your opponent control can't be activated, okay. So your next turn, up to 1 target non-creature artifact becomes artifact. Power and toughness equal to its mana value. Alright, cool.
I am not frightened by you.
Now my opponent basically just threw up their deck on the battlefield turn 2. So I'll need to... Ooh, Cityscape Leveler. They are going to be able to get... What is this? 2 mana? 4, 5, 6. They're basically going to play that next turn. It does have an unearth cost, which is the same. So I'll have to try to find a way around that. Yikes. Let's go mountain, because I do have that equipment. That's tough. I mean, I guess I hit Karn. So if they use it, that other ability to get stuff from outside of the game, he dies. And let's get ready to board wipe. tap for 2 because of the ley line. Untap it with Kiora. Oh, they needed specific blue then.
Life thrives.
No. Interesting. 6, 7, 8. Cool. Hey, we got a power stone.
Oh, say hello to my little friend.
Oh, and they get rid of the token. Nice. Okay. Well. Let's see. You can keep getting that much mana.
Offenser!
I love to make a splash.
Alright, we got 2 Lauren's Escape, Angel Fire ready to rock. So we should be able to get rid of some of the Planeswalker BS that they have on the field. I think I need to get rid of Kiora first. They're gonna crew the flagship and swing over for 6. Oh, never mind. Karn's just gonna get it to fly.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous army.
That's cool. Take 5, no problem. I will keep that because it's mana. I'll have to pay 3 life for it, but I think it's worth it. It's not going to be a creature at the end of the turn. So that was an interesting untap. Oh wait, it becomes until your next turn. Oh, nice. So I can make it a 4. They have to double block. Yeah. We'll play Elspeth next turn for now. Try to get some damage in here. I guess we go for Kiora. I mean, they're at 5 mana already. They're close. As soon as they play Cityscape Leveler, we're going to be in trouble. Gotta block with 2, bruh. Alright. Probably gonna get hit for 6 at least. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're gonna play Cityscape Leveler. Hopefully they try to get rid of Facebreaker, and I can, after they do that,
Not every fight can end in victory.
after they do that, I can do Lauren's Escape.
I will not stop.
Get it to withstand at least 1 more turn. Oh my gosh, Portal, don't tell me they have a way to get 9 mana out. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm only seeing 8 unless this gets more. What's their devotion to it? Devotion. Oh, devotion is 3. They do have enough. Oh, that stinks.
One drop ripples and grows.
This is gonna make me sack them anyway, so that just hurts. Oh, that's so vicious.
Until you have lived as this
I don't think there's anything I can do.
will rid you of your corruption.
That portal is gonna just wreck me. Oh, there's something. There goes that idea. I was gonna try to give it haste and knock through, but here we go. What do they have? Cityscape leveler, okay. Get rid of the 1/1.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
Oh man, here we go. 8/8 trample. We got a way to give it haste.
Let's get moving.
10 mana green. 12, 13, 14 total, I think. The ley lines. This is how we lost this one. Gave them so much ramp early on. Come on, board wipe, baby. And we're just now starting to get hit for damage. 3, nope. No, sir. Halvar. Could be useful. Let's do Elspeth just because I want to get rid of one of those things. And since Karn's the only one that can go up, we'll try to focus on Karn.
I'm not looking for trouble, but I'll fight if I have to. This is your fight. Win it.
Instant speed removal from from Simic. Oh, nice. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land. Oh, because it was an enchantment, we got boned on that one. And that should be it. Again. Yeah, that portal card is nuts. And it's in standard now if you've been watching. It's just crazy. Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
And the ocean surges, life thrives. I defy gods. Defying you will be easy. I love to make a splash.
11 forest right now. 12. What are they gonna do? This is probably an opponent just like, I'm gonna tap as many lands as I can tap. Oh no, at least they did something with it. They turned it into an 11/11. Ooh. Destroyed Elspeth. No! Alright. Moving on. 1-1. And I'm pretty sure the event doesn't give you multiple chances. I haven't checked, but we will roll with it. Right now we've got 1,000 gems. 1,500 would be nice. Levunga. Interesting name. Not a keep. Not even close. Come on, good mole. Good mole, good mole, good mole. What is my opponent doing? Not a keep. I guess a keep. Turn 1, turn 2. And hope that I draw what I need. But that's pretty much a loss right there. Opponent's thinking hard about this one. Do I play the land? Oh, I don't know. Oh man, maybe I hold on to it. I don't know. Already clocking me? Bruh. What is this? What is this? Excellent. Let's go Illuminator and just hope to hit Angel Fire. Turn 3 would be nice. We have the mana for it. Magecraft 03. This is whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell. 3. Ooh, what was that? For 1, 4 damage to target creature you don't control and 2 damage to target creature you control. That's pretty freaking good. Let's do this. And hopefully we can get Virtuoso back from the graveyard and just work the game that way. They've got 2 mana. They're probably just waiting to play their 3rd mana. That's their strategy. They're going to wait as long as possible, and then they're going to play a card. Look at the top 3. It'll have power 3, okay? Put 1 to your hand, 1 of them on the bottom of your library, and exile 1 of them. You may play the exiled card this turn. They're looking for a land. That's what I'm guessing. That's what if I were them. There it is. Enters battlefield tapped. Oh, untapped. Okay. They've got 6 cards in hand. They would like to do 4 damage to target creature they don't control, and 2 damage to target creature they do control. You want to do 4 damage to the 1/1. I can't sack it, so that's what happens there. Down to 17, my turn. After all that time, just finally my turn. Alright, let's see what my opponent does now. Really? All the burn? Like, come on. It's like a Delver deck, but is it? And just burn. Can't do anything about it. That helps a little. I'm gonna keep that Hollow Blade alive as long as I can, so I'm just gonna keep this card in my hand, ready to discard. +3/+0 haste. Okay, so that'll be 6/3 and a 3/3. Hit for 9. Come on, Angel Fire, baby. Angel Fire. My turn. Finally. Jeez. Lifelink. Any lifelink? No. Of course not. I'll enter tapped. Well, it's 4. So 4, 5, 6 from Facebreaker. And if I draw another land, then I could. Oh, but I have to play it this turn, so I can't. Enter tap. And I mean, they're flying, so they're gonna hit me anyway. If they play any spell, which they can, for flashback, that'll be game. So I need to try to play a flyer. So I'll swing for both. I'll get a treasure token, sack it, and see what's up. And that's all I can do. As soon as they come back to the game, you know. You know how people do. This is almost like playing best of 3. This is how slow. It's actually best of 3s. It's almost the same pace as this. Oh, 3 damage. Here you go. Well, I don't have any flyers for 3, so that'll get rid of that. It was going to be Elspeth, so that wouldn't have worked anyway. Here comes land. No, there's the Angel Fire. Too late. Oh, it's too late. That sucks. That's what we needed. I guess I could take up the shield back in this kind of a deck to kind of help those situations, but I don't think it, I mean, every deck is so different. You really got to come up with some awesome strategy. What they're doing is great. The player just sucks. And that's 6 damage. Close one. We had lethal next turn, but it's not enough. Good game. It was fun. Alright, we'll see if it lets us run it back. If not, then that was it. But for being a standard player, I think we did well making a historic deck. Just even getting 1 in there. Happy with that. Thousand gems, baby. Yeah. So you can keep playing. You can keep playing to try to qualify. I don't think that's a good idea for us because I mainly play standard. So to try to compete in the historic aspect of MTG, yeah, I mean, shoot, if I could play with my Goblin deck, but that's Legacy, then that would be a whole different thing. I would play that over and over, and I would probably do pretty well. I still got to show you guys that deck. I'll make a video where I show you all the decks that I have from way back when. Tabletop Magic, no proxies, the real way, because it's a trading card game. You should be collecting them, not gathering proxies. Like, to me, that's so weak. No proxies, no proxies. Because they're lame. Could play another one. You have to do for the qualifier plan, you have to be historic. And I think this is for come back next for the qualifier weekend. If you win 6 games, come back next week for the qualifier. So you have to win this to get into the qualifier next weekend. Is this qualifies you for the associated qualifier weekend event. And so that's next week. Oh, man. Do we try again? Because I'd like to try to qualify. That would be awesome. Let me think about it. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Make sure to watch these games, get those gains, and walk those planes. Until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.